All right, everybody, who we 186 back again with another live stream, the Overrated Podcast, episode 71. I am your co-host, Hoovy 186, and this is Traditionalist 101.
We're here. The
Yeah,
tradition. Yeah. I'm the traditionalist 101. We are here. We had a little bit of an issue on Monday. I'm not going to say who was to blame for that, but we at least we were able to do one today. Um, but it's going to be a short podcast today, not because I want to, but life happens. We still have to do our duties, work, pay the bills. So it's not going to be a traditional 3-4 hour podcast, but which is something that we don't try to do on purpose anyway, but it just seems to happen. So
yeah, yeah. I have to go to work at 10, so and I was hoping to start a little bit early, but you got caught up at work. And Monday, I had to go do something for family, so it's been tough to kind of get some consistency with the podcast, but hopefully in the new year we'll have that. Like I said, I think our strike on the Overrated channel is going to be up soon. So I want to say within the next 2 weeks we'll be back on that channel. I want to say like 2 3 weeks from now we'll be back on that Overrated Podcast channel.
you sure it's going to be 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think so because the band is up on in early January.
Okay.
Early January. So we should be good to go. Anyways, how was your Christmas weekend?
Oh, Christmas weekend was fantastic. Well, the first pretty much on Saturday I was invited to a nice PJ Christmas party. We had food and we had drinks, we had music, and it was just phenomenal. Just to see everybody in their PJs. I thought that was pretty fascinating. To see that, and that was Saturday.
People in their
Sunday,
pajamas fascinated you?
yeah, it just created a different look. Just seeing everybody in their PJs. First off, I never experienced that before. That's the first thing. I never experienced a PJ party, and everyone was pretty much making fun of me of my PJ because I bought a Simpsons Christmas PJ where Homer is on the front of in front of the pretty much right here around this area,
Mhm.
and but the shirt was a little too small, so it kind of fit a little too tight on me, and everyone was just pretty much making fun of me. So me and my sister Gina, we pretty much switched search because apparently the one that she had on was too big. The one that I had on was a little too small. We made the switch and everything, worked out fine. That was on a Saturday. Sunday, I got invited to another party, and that was pretty much a game night. We pretty much watched, the football game. We had a lot of food there, and we also played some pong, and we also played some video games afterwards. And so my weekend was fabulous. I enjoyed it. My parents, they got their gifts. My mom got the laptop that she wanted. I still think that it was a waste of money because all she's just going to do is watch YouTube. So colossal waste of money. But she's happy with it. And my dad, he got a new computer, and I bought some lights for the outside of the house, to make the house look more presentable. So yeah, everybody was pretty much happy, with their gift. I was happy with mine. I finally opened and hooked up my PlayStation 5 on Christmas Day. I was planning on trying to at least open it on Christmas Eve, but because of all the what was going on Saturday, going to the party and stuff, I just decided to open it on Christmas Day that morning. And my goodness, man, I'm enjoying the console, and I haven't played any other game except the Plague Requiem.
Mm-hmm.
That game is fantastic. Matter of fact, I was showing the conspiracy agent what's going on, brother. I
He's in the chat.
Yeah, he's in the chat. I was actually showing him video footage, gameplay footage on YouTube, and even he was like there was a section where rats just jumped in front of the screen, and
Mm-hmm.
even he got surprised just watching the video, and I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. So we was just watching it, all together. The area that I was in, so the game is just phenomenal. I
That's,
love the
that's
game.
the only thing you put on the PlayStation so far, right?
Yeah, that's the only game I played so far.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, real quick, my Christmas, I was at work, so I didn't really do much of
Oh,
anything.
hold on, hold on, wait. Are you talking about Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Well, both. I worked both.
Both.
Yeah, worked both days. I did go to a small get together with my sister and her family and friends. So I did that. Got my nieces their present, which was $50 each. And I bought the little one a coloring book and crayons. So shout out to her. She's now starting to learn her colors.
Who is?
The little one.
Oh, okay. She's learning her colors now. All right,
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah, yeah. The way she says purple is very funny. Yeah.
And um, are you going to be taking? I'm pretty sure you're not going to. But are you going to take like videos or pictures of her?
I have pictures and videos of her already.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah,
lately, what everyone is doing now on social media, they're just putting pictures and videos of the little ones.
yeah.
And look, I'm not gonna lie, it's some of them. At first, I thought this was just a waste of time, but the way how some of these kids be acting, these babies are acting, it's actually hilarious. Like how they're and some people say, well, it's kind of cruel how parents prank and scare the little kids or whatnot, like wearing masks and things like that. But yeah, I think it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games, and I think it is entertaining and it's pretty funny. And watching how those little kids acting all innocent, and it's actually entertaining. So that's why I asked if you were going to do something like that. But I don't know.
No, not prank. No, I'm not gonna prank her, but I have videos and stuff like that of her already. Um, well, and then during the pretty much before Christmas, like I said, I did say that I set up the Switch. Let me show you. I made a video about it, and the video got a lot of views. A lot of views. Let me just show you guys here right now. You see it, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. I obviously have the volume on low, but you see I have the switch right here, next to the PlayStation. You can see the complete contrast and size between the two. Um,
Yeah, look, that thing looks like it's about to freaking demolish the freaking Switch. It's like the Switch is a cat, while the PlayStation 5 is like a freaking T Rex next to it. Like that's it. Oh my gosh, the difference in size is unbelievable when
yeah,
you set them next to it. Where's the Xbox at? I don't see it.
it's underneath the desk the desk I have next to it, next to the PlayStation 3.
Crap. You know,
PS4, PS4.
I can't see it now. But oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. You won't be able to see it, but it's in that desk area, the black
okay.
desk area that I have. So that's where that's at.
There
Yeah, but the video got a lot of traction right now. Is that almost 1,000 views? Almost at 1,000 views, and it's weird because normally my videos will do like 30 to 50 views, but it's just always every so often there's a weird video that I put on there that will get will get a lot of views. And this is one, and I got a lot of comments too. Got a lot of comments, and my subscription count went up to 200. So
just because you showcase that you bought a Switch,
yeah,
that is phenomenal. Maybe you should start talking about more Nintendo content.
uh, I mean, I used to do that back in the day on my videos, and that with varying degrees of success. And what I mean by success, I mean I got a lot of people who agree with me and a lot of people who hated me. So it is what it is. Let me say hi to the chat. Obviously, conspiracy agent, how you doing, bro? Malta. Yeah, man, you gotta watch the Brittany Griner debate we had last week. But not, yeah, it was last week. It was last week. Yeah, and then Rose Mai, how you doing?
uh
And
yeah, Mozart, like I don't know what happened to you, man, but you definitely missed the Brittany Grinder debate. Gosh, man, I wish you were there because I did wanted to hear your opinion, your perspective on the whole situation. Because we rarely ever talk, because we made the agreement, we made a pact, unfortunately, that he didn't want to talk about politics in this channel. But at least he gave me some leeway where if it's sports related, then we'll talk about it. If it's related to a sports figure or whatnot. So that was our opportunity to talk about it, and we gave our opinions on it. And yeah, you missed it, man. But yeah, it's there. You could watch it, but you definitely missed it. I wish you were there. Next time, next time, next time.
and then you know, uh, during Christmas, before I went to work, I had the opportunity to watch the Dolphins lose their fourth straight game,
Oh, here we go.
and because of that game, Tua got hurt again, got a concussion. Likely not going to play this week against New England, and yeah, that was a Christmas yeah, my Christmas was ruined because of that. Plus, also going to work.
Do,
Um,
how did you feel about the game? Like, did you feel like he played good or bad? I really want to hear what you have to say.
well, I mean, if you turned off the game at halftime, he was excellent. You know what I'm saying? He was excellent. But here's what I'll say. Right now, contrary to popular belief, I'm not going to give up on them. Not even close.
Oh, oh, really?
No, not even close.
Okay, okay.
Like, quarterbacks have bad games, and he had a bad game. It is what it is, right? Now there's a theory going around that the play, and I remember this play happening too when he got tackled after he shoveled the ball and then he got tackled and he slammed his head. I
Hmm.
remember that play because that was a vicious hit that he took. But ever since that play, he wasn't the same. I don't know if it's because of the concussion or whatever, but he wasn't the same.
Are you talking about the first time or the second time?
No, I'm talking about during the game. I'm talking
Oh,
about during,
oh, during the Green Bay game. Okay,
yeah,
okay, that one. Okay, uh huh.
I'm talking about during the game. Like, ever since he took that hit, he wasn't the same player. And it looked like it was that hit that got him concussed. So when it comes to the Dolphins, their situation is simple. If they win both games, they're in. If they win one game in Buffalo, I don't who I no wait. If we lose to New England, which would piss me off greatly,
Hmm.
if we lose to New England, and who did the Jets play?
Um, I know we play you guys last.
Hmm.
We are playing the Seahawks.
I think if the Seahawks win, and even if we lose, we get in. All I know is that our path to victory, the loss to Green Bay didn't hurt us, but I don't like losing to teams that we're better than, and we are better than that team. The problem is that like I said, and the man, I don't even want to talk about it because it'll piss me off even more.
No, 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 no. Go ahead, go ahead. You know,
The
so
turning point,
the
the
pride.
turning point in that game was the fumble by Mostert. The fumble hurt, the missed field goal hurt, the interceptions hurt, and we gifted them that game. And now everyone going around saying, "Oh, Aaron Rodgers got the team coming back," and all the other stupid shit. It pissed me off because we gave that team a team that I'm not convinced that team is any good.
Wait, are you talking about Green Bay or
Yeah, I'm
Miami?
talking about Green Bay. I'm not
Oh, you're talking
convinced
about Green
that
Bay.
team is any. I'm not convinced that team's any good.
Really?
No, I don't think they're any good.
Aren't there? Isn't this like their third winning streak now?
Okay,
Aren't they
who
on the winning
cares?
streak right now?
Who cares? Like, who cares? Like, they're not that good. They're not that good, and they're lucky because there are a lot of teams like Philadelphia, Dallas, are the cream of the crop in that conference. Minnesota, I think a lot of people have questions about Minnesota. Every other team in that conference is beatable, in my opinion.
Hmm.
But I don't think Green Bay is any good, and it pisses me off even more that we lost to them. So
Are you still going now? The question that I have for you is:
hmm.
you still think that? Do you still think Tua is an elite quarterback?
Yeah, I think like elite. No,
Oh,
no,
oh, okay, 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 okay.
but I do think he
So,
I
so you change your mind because remember, even
no, but no, you can't admit you can't act like he wasn't playing elite for those games that he was playing. You can't pretend that didn't happen. But in order to be elite, you have to play consistently. You need to be consistently great. And while the numbers are great, his play, especially over the last 4 games, had not been.
hmm.
So like, but I'm not gonna be like bench him. I know some Dolphin fans are like, oh, we gotta get this guy or that guy and all acting like this is fucking Madden where you can just trade for anybody. No, I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far.
I think people pretty much just lost, especially Dolphin fans have just pretty much lost hope for Tua, thinking that he is just not as good as everybody else. They don't put him in the same class. Well, Mahomes, he's another atmosphere. They don't put him in the same class as Allen or Herbert or Burrow or Hurts. They don't. They believe that he's just a pretty much an average quarterback, and that the only reason why he's been good is because of the top receivers that he has. That's pretty much it. That's what people are saying now. And by the way, speaking of receivers, I still think we need to call the police for Gesicki. We still need to call the police and search for that guy. I don't know where in the world that dude has been. How many catches he had in that last game?
To my count, one.
One,
But again,
one.
I don't. But again, I don't blame. I'm not blaming him for that.
You blame the
That's not.
coaching staff?
Yeah, yeah. He had 70 plus class catches last year,
Do you,
and I
you
get
you
it. Mm.
you don't think Tua is partly responsible? You don't think he's being trigger happy just throwing the ball to
I
Waddle
mean,
and Hill all the time?
he's had Tua's had his best year of his career. It's not him.
He's not Tua.
No, it's not Tua. It's the
Okay.
coaching staff. It's the coaching staff. It could be someone him too. Because like I said, he's not a blocker. He can't block, and that the offense is predicated on blocking. But I think it is what it is. Like I said before, do I expect them to beat New England? Honestly, no, I don't.
You don't expect them to beat New England?
No,
Why? Because Tua's not going to be playing.
yeah,
So pretty much, you guys are out of the playoffs. Pretty much what you're saying.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I don't expect them to win because as bad as Tua has been the last 3 hours of the last 4 games, he's a better option than Teddy Bridgewater and Skylar Thompson.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but if since he's not going to be playing, I don't necessarily see how you guys are going to beat New England at all. I really don't. I think well, you guys are going to beat the Jets because I lost complete hope with that team. But I think you guys will be fine as far as if you're going to make it to the playoffs or not. I think you guys will be fine. You'll make it to the playoffs, but I don't think you guys are going to do anything. But you'll make it to the playoffs.
Yeah. What's going on, Nolan? How you doing? Um, I mean, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. What do you have? Do you have anything to talk about?
Yeah, I have a couple of things I need to get off my chest. Right.
Mhm.
Okay. I need to talk about now that you pretty much finished with your Dolphins. I need to talk about this Wilson guy over here. Right. Okay. So I don't know if you saw my little post that I put on Twitter during the
Mhm.
pretty much the conversation that we was having prior, and I pretty much said once again this proves how drafting this dude was a mistake. This dude is garbage, and I cannot. I have to say this because you were right. You were absolutely right in the beginning of the season. You said that this dude was trash. And I think you said something around the line, or I think it was you or me, that it was really the running game that was pretty much helping the team. And Wilson is a garbage quarterback, and you were absolutely right. So I'm going to have to give you points for that. I'll give you a couple. I'll give you credit instead of demerit. I have to give you credit for it. He's a garbage quarterback.
Yeah, what I mean by that, I don't mean that like in I don't think he can get better. It's just right now he's a second year player. He is who he is right now, and I think there definitely is something else going on over there.
Oh, my bad. I don't know
Yeah,
what that.
there's definitely something else going on over there because like I don't think his teammates like him that much.
No, they don't.
They don't. I don't think they like him that much, and that's a problem. That's a problem. Like regardless of how you're performing, and I'm thinking, he needs like and under normal circumstances, a quarterback need opportunity to grow. They need opportunity to grow. They need to learn how they're going to have to learn how to learn from their mistakes. But when you are somebody who your team actively prefers the backup over you, that's a problem.
Yes.
That's a problem. So like he needs like there's gonna be a major adjustment that needs to be made from when it comes to him next year. I don't think you should give up on him.
What?
No, I don't think you should give up on him. But like he's come on, Steve, just be careful, man. I don't want to get
Yeah,
copyrighted.
yeah. I made sure that that nothing was going to happen. Um, actually, let me put the volume down. No, like I have to show this just for a little bit because this dude, I wish I could play the sound because he was getting booed throughout the entire first half.
Yeah.
Booed, constantly getting booed. So you look at the fans. Look at the fans. Look how look how he throws the football. Like how do you expect your wide receiver to catch that? This dude was 9 for 18 with the interception. 3 sacks in the first half. Three. This dude completely doesn't know how to scramble. He doesn't know when to throw the ball away when he see that nobody is open. He just constantly takes sack after sack after sack. And against the Lions, remember again, we're talking about the Lions here, the Detroit Lions. He was 18 for 35 in that game. 4 sacks. Garbage. Complete garbage. And against the Patriots, remember that garbage Patriots game where he didn't want to be held accountable for that
Yeah,
game?
yeah.
9 for 22 in that game, I believe it was. 4 sacks. Again, 4 sacks. Sir, you stink. You stink. I don't want him to be in the New York Jets team anymore. I don't. I don't. How in the world? Okay, you say, oh, don't give up on him. So let me ask you a question. How in the world, in what world, do you get benched after Flacco and White gets hurt, and you get benched again by who's the guy? Chris Slevler. I think yes, Chris Slevler, who
Mhm.
outperformed you. Who outperformed you? This dude is trash. I don't want him in the New York Jets uniform anymore. I don't. I don't. He's garbage. He's a
Yeah,
disgrace. This team's defense, I think we were like in the top three in defense.
yeah. Your
Um
defense is good enough to be a very good playoff team. It's just that you don't have a running game, and you don't have and right now you don't have a good quarterback.
exactly. We don't have a good quarterback. And that's why I'm showing I'm showing this video. Wilson, he doesn't know how to throw the ball accurately. He throws the ball late and he doesn't know how to scramble. And he just can't he just seems he can't do anything right. There are moments where I would watch him play, right? He would only throw the ball when he would see the receiver is completely wide open. Like newsflash, you idiot. You also have to anticipate where your wide receiver is going to be before he even gets open. You don't just wait every single time for him to be wide open for you to throw the ball. Like that's not what you're supposed to do. Because now you're going to have the corners be able to adjust and react and disrupt the play. Like this is common sense stuff. Like you are a professional football player, professional. You're not in college anymore. You're not in high school anymore, and you're playing like this. You're playing like this. No, get off. He needs to be cut right now, and he needs to apologize to the organization, to his teammates, to the fans, and to me. He needs to apologize to all the New York Jets fans. But he's not going to do that because he even said after the New England Patriots game, "Oh, it's not his fault that why that team lost that game." Like, get the hell out of here, man! Get out of my face with that garbage. Get out of my face with that garbage. It was because of you why we're having a losing season now. It's you, 100% you. So as far as going against the Seahawks, I mean, I don't know who's going to be starting. I'm assuming it's still going to be. I hope they start Chris because I don't want Wilson anymore. I don't want Wilson anymore, and I completely lost all hope for this new New York Jets team because of that guy. And I have to say one last thing before we move on. Right. Lastly, I also wanted to take part of the blame of the organization. The organization also needs to be to get blamed for this, not because of what's happening now, but because of what happened before. This team wanted to tank to get Trevor Lawrence, and they failed at doing that. It pisses me off to see how Trevor Lawrence is now turning this Jaguars team around. We could have had him in our team. We have to get him. He's the first overall pick, but yet you decided to win the last few games, and now we're stuck with this chump, with this loser. This ass clown. Now we have to stick with this guy when we could have had Trevor Lawrence in our squad, but now he's with the Jaguars. That freaking pissed me off, dude. That really ticked me off.
It's not like Trevor Lawrence was lighting the world on fire before the last couple of games. I mean, he was struggling also. The difference is that the guy who was the scapegoat for all that was Urban Meyer. Everyone was so concentrated on the dumpster fire that was Urban Meyer. They ignored the fact that Trevor Lawrence was struggling, and it makes sense to struggle because, like I said, rookies struggle playing in this league, playing the hardest position in the top league in the world is hard. That's why guys need time. That's why guys need time to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like all this stuff that and this is why I get so defensive when it comes to the whole Tua thing, because he didn't have time to get better. He didn't have time to get healthy. Like he needed to get healthy. He needed to get better. He needed reps in order to have the year that he had. Even though yes, he has struggled lately, but before that he was a legit MVP candidate. And even with the struggles, he still leads the league in passer rating. But even still, guys need time to get better, especially in that sport. Now, if you're someone like Zach Wilson and you conduct yourself in a way to where you don't hold yourself accountable for losses, and you have your teammates who seemingly prefer Mike White, yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem, and that was never the case with Tua. Tua was always a well-liked guy in Miami. With Zach, I don't know, man. Like that dude needs to shape up, man. That dude needs to shape up because I guarantee you. And someone brought this up too because you look at Baker Mayfield, right? Now Baker
Mm-hmm.
Mayfield took the Cleveland Browns to the playoffs, and he won them a playoff game for the first time in years,
Mm-hmm.
and they still cut him, and they still got rid of him. Why? I think a lot of it is that there are certain people in that organization that wasn't big fans of his. And when you are not liked by the organization, by members of the organization, like people are gonna you're gonna wear out your welcome. You're gonna wear out your welcome.
Yeah,
So
but this dude here, I don't want him anymore. I think he had just constantly disappointed everybody. He doesn't want to be held accountable for his for his lack of discipline and lack of just simple fact that he just not playing well. Just for the simple fact that he's not playing well. I already shared the numbers. This dude has been abysmal. And frankly, when I see all these other quarterbacks, that's outperforming him, especially when you listen, when you have White and you have freaking Chris, who I didn't even know where he came from. I didn't even know who he was. I don't know if you did. If you did, I'll give you credit for it. I didn't even know who he was.
I didn't
And
know. I
for
didn't.
the go
I didn't
ahead.
know. I didn't know who he was.
And for the fact that he actually went down the field as soon as he came in, outperforming you. I mean, you couldn't even do that. And for the simple fact that he outperformed you, that White outperformed you, clearly you are not the guy. You're not the guy. And I'm sorry. I'm not saying that you should lose your job. Overall.
I mean, you just want him to get cut.
Yeah, get cut and go somewhere else. If you're able to succeed to succeed somewhere else, go ahead and do that. But I don't want you here. I don't want you in New York anymore. Go go have an opportunity elsewhere. I will unfortunately or either have to take my chances on White. Joe Flacco, that dude is done. I already shared my opinion when it comes to guys like Joe Flacco and Matt Ryan and all these other guys. They need to get out and let the newcomers, the new youngings, take over. It's time for them to take over. I don't want to see these old heads anymore. Look what's happening to Russell Wilson. I don't know what in the world happened with that dude.
Got a coach fired.
And I have to go. I'm going to have to backtrack now. Remember what I said about Russell Westbrook? How I said I never seen such an epic collapse before from an elite superstar. I think I think you have to give that trophy to Russell Wilson now. I think you're gonna have to you're gonna have to hand it over to Russell Wilson. I don't ever remember seeing such a huge epic collapse from a quarterback before. And now, mind you, we always have said in the past that the top guys were always Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Aaron Rodgers. That's it. Nobody else come close. And when you go to the second tier, you have your Drew Brees, you had to Ben Roethlisberger, and then you would have Russell Wilson, around that tier. Now some people will put Tony Romo, but I don't think so. But anyway, He was around that tier. And you mean to tell me, for a guy who's supposed to be a Hall of Famer, if he continues to play like this, I don't think he could. This could ruin his legacy to the point where he
No,
might not be a Hall of Famer
no,
anymore.
he's not. No, he's not. He's gonna go in the Hall of Fame.
You think so?
Yes.
Oh,
We got,
okay.
but regardless of that, yeah, his Nathaniel Hackett got fired, and let me read this. This made me laugh. Ruben, shout out to Ruben. He's in the chat. He said that this is him acting like you. I'm not saying you should lose your job, but get cut and go to hell. That's pretty much what you're saying. And
Ruben. You have to understand where I'm coming from, man. We had the chance to make it to the playoff. We had something special going on, and we were ruined. That opportunity got ruined because of one guy, one, and that was Wilson. So I'm not saying he should lose his job. I just think that he
you
just.
just said that he should get cut.
I think he should. No, he should. What I mean is, I don't think he should. No longer be in the NFL. I'm not saying that. I just think he should just go elsewhere. That's all.
All right. He also said now Russ is still better than Russ. Well, I mean, right now I'm watching the Lakers and the Heat play right now, and is he on the court right now? No, he's not on the court, but he has played well. He has played well. It's just, the problem with the Lakers is that that team just stinks. They're not good. They're not good, but he has played well.
Yeah,
So,
but that's the difference, though. At least Russell Westbrook, had redeemed himself. Wilson, he doesn't really have that many chances. Look, you're talking about a sport with 82 games and another sport that when you have 16, 17 games. He doesn't have time to make adjustments or trying to get better. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that luxury like Russell Westbrook does. So for me,
he's bought it,
when it
and it
comes
could
to
be me. I think it's me.
what's that?
All right, you need to repeat everything you just said about Russell Westbrook.
Me?
Yeah, because no, I didn't hear a damn thing you said.
Oh, I said that at least Russell Westbrook has redeemed himself. But the difference between him and Wilson was that one has 82 games to play, the other only has 17 games to play. He doesn't have the same amount of time that Russell Westbrook had. Now, don't get me wrong. I still think what happened with Westbrook was a huge epic collapse. What happened with him? But
Yeah.
Wilson, oh my goodness. How is it that you just went from one team to another team and you guys didn't go to your freaking birthday party? Like half the team went to your birthday party. You got guys yelling and screaming at you. You got guys not respecting you. Like people are just not motivated to play for you anymore. So I don't necessarily see how he could. He doesn't have the time, especially not with all the money that he's getting. It makes him look even worse.
And apparently, there is a provision in the contract to where if they want to get rid of him after the year, they could. If Denver wants to get out of that contract, they could. And I'm interested. The coach, I think the coach, whoever's going to coach them next, is going to play a big role into whether or not Russell Wilson stays or goes. Going to play a big part.
Question before we move on: would
Mhm.
you keep him after playing like that? Would you keep him?
I if I do, I'm gonna find me the top wide receiver, the top free agent wide receiver to pair up with him. If I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna keep him, I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna make sure he put him in the best position to be good, to be great. Put him in the best position to be great. You
Wow.
know what I mean?
Wow.
But let me see. Okay, before let me read some comments from Ruben.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you said that Steve, like this is you again. I'm just saying you deserve eternal damnation.
That's awesome, Ruben. That's awesome, man.
The difference between the Russes is one has one ring and the other one doesn't. And let me also say this. I'm gonna give props to Russell Westbrook. He
Okay.
accepted his role
Mm-hmm.
and he's He and I think he played well. I just think that the problem is that that Laker team is no good. And then with Davis hurt again,
Hmm.
like it just I don't know, man. Like I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs.
The Lakers,
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs.
they're probably not even going to make the play in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're not making the play in.
Oh, oh, oh man, that's
So
even worse.
but let me check the standings real quick. Let me pop my thing back up. Let me check the standings real quick.
All right.
It is the Eastern Conference right now. One is
Mhm.
Boston, two is the Bucks, three is Brooklyn, and
That
that's
that one shocked me.
it. Doesn't shock you? Does it really shock you?
It shocked me with all the drama, with
Mm.
all the inconsistencies that team had for the past year. You would pretty much, and with the firing of Steve Nash and all that, you would think that you would have to pretty much scratch the whole entire project and start over.
But here's the
I
thing:
Go ahead.
when you have two excellent players, and when they're not distracted with bullshit, and they just play basketball, they're a pretty damn good team.
Yeah, but wouldn't you agree though? At the time, where all the drama was happening
I
and
absolutely, absolutely,
and
absolutely.
them
I
losing.
was the same way. I thought the same thing.
Well, yeah, but wouldn't you also have assumed that they are pretty much the Lakers, but in the Eastern Conference?
No, the difference is this team offensively, they're elite offensively. They're elite offensively. Especially that guy you said needed to bulk up. He didn't do that, and he's still averaging 30 a game.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens when things get physical in the playoffs. Though we'll see. We'll see if he does that.
All right.
If he
Well,
continues to do that.
all right. Cleveland number 4, Philly
Hmm.
number 5, New York the Knicks is number 6, Pacers 7, Miami 8, Hawks 9. You hear all this stuff going on with Trey Young?
You tell me.
Like problems with the coach. People thinking that he might request a trade soon or whatever. Like it's crazy.
That he's requesting a trade?
That he no like he that they fear that he might request a trade soon.
Oh shoot.
So he's
Oh.
not a fan. Apparently, the coaching staff and him are not seeing eye to eye. It's pretty nutty.
Hmm.
All right, and 10th is Toronto. So and then let me check on. Let's go to the Western Conference.
Hmm.
Uh, let's go to the West. There you go. See more. Why is it still East? Oh, there we go. Dumbass. Let me click. Okay, the Denver Nuggets number 1. I feel like we always overlook that team.
Denver.
Yeah, none
Well,
we I don't think none of us picked them to win the Western Conference.
yeah, but they've all that team has always been good in the regular season, but they just can't get it done in the playoffs.
Yeah, their players. I know Murray. I think Murray's back, right?
I think so.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll check on it someday. Nuggets are number 1. Pelicans are number 2.
Stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
What did I tell you last year? I
What?
told you that the way how they were able to perform without Zion,
Mm-hmm.
that team was going to be trouble if Zion could stay healthy.
Yeah.
And look what's happening. That that I do. I am so looking for. This is just wishful thinking,
Mm-hmm.
but I am praying. I want to see the Grizzlies against the Pelicans in the playoffs. I am hoping to see that because this is just a tiny small minuscule prediction.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you the narrative is they're gonna talk about how one was the first overall first rounder, and John Morant was right behind him. I guarantee you that the narrative is going to be, oh, who like who which one was more deserving? Did John Morant surpassed Zion, or has Zion surpassed John Morant now? Like whatever. I guarantee you that's going to be the story. But I think that story is only going to happen if they go head to head. and I am praying that they meet each other in the playoffs. I would love to watch that series. Well, I'm pretty sure you don't care about that, but I do.
No, I mean it's straight. I'm just happy that Zion is healthy and playing well. So just like I said, he would do if he was healthy.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you.
Grizzlies are 3, Clippers are 4. That surprised me a little bit. Um, I know Kawhi is playing. Hopefully he can stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
The Suns are 5, Mavericks are 6. Luca had a 60-point triple double.
Was it a triple double?
Yeah, 61 points. No, it was 60 point, 21 rebound, 10 assists.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look back. I didn't know it was a triple double.
Yeah, it was
But
triple.
that dude that's phenomenal. When do you ever see something like that?
No,
That's
no.
golly.
The first time that's ever happened, a 60-20-10 game. So first time
Okay.
that's ever happened. All right. So and then Sacramento number 7, Portland number 8, Utah number 9, and the Warriors are number 10. The matchup that I want to see
Mm-hmm.
is first round Memphis versus Golden State.
Wait,
That's what I want
that's what you want to see?
to see.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask why?
Because these teams don't like each other. They played each other last year in the playoffs. There's a lot of chippiness, a lot of smack talk going on.
Oh, wait, yeah, wait, Clay Thompson. Oh, my, bro, dude. If you could find that one little small clip, that's one small footage, dude. I was in disbelief how he just. I don't think I remember seeing a blatant taunt like that. That was just classic.
What's on?
When Clay Thompson was taunting crap, who was it that
Dylan
he
Brooks?
you didn't see that?
Let me see. Let me see. I think I found it. Let me see if I can. I don't know how. It might be a little risky to play it, but let me
Oh,
try.
it can't be not for a little small clip like that.
All right, let's play it. All
Not
right,
with a
here
small
we
clip like that. I got. Oh my goodness, man. I that talk, man, was just hilarious. That
go.
was
No volume, but I'll just put it.
they put on full screen. Put on full screen. Hopefully that's okay. Oh man, he's not showing it. Crap.
Go ahead, that's right.
It's
That's right.
frozen right now. Oh, okay. Let's see.
Uh,
Oh, come on, please. Go! Oh my goodness, bro! No, dude, you didn't see that? Like you didn't know about this?
no, I didn't see it.
Oh, dude, show it
No,
one more
I didn't
time.
know about it.
Okay, please show it one more time. Please show it one more time. Oh my goodness, bro! Like I mean, to have the nerve, the gall to get in front of the guy's face as he's swallowing the bro. Oh my god, I don't know how they didn't get into a fight right after that. That was just complete classic. And so you know what? You're right, Hoovy. The matchup between them in the playoffs would be phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I still would like to see the Pelicans versus
Yeah, I would like to see that matchup too. That would be fun.
yeah, I think that'll
Memphis
definitely be
yeah. But that's the matchup I want to see. I want to see a rematch between Golden State and Memphis because that's gonna be fun. All right,
mm-hmm.
let me read some comments here.
Go ahead.
Bartholomew, how you doing? How you doing? Ruben
Yeah,
says
you
that.
say it's I'm pretty sure she wants me to say it right. It's
Okay.
Bayonan. So
Wait, what?
are you gonna
Wait, what? Wait, what? How's it pronounced?
Oh man, that's. Oh man, you're making me laugh today.
No, how's it pronounced?
Uh, okay, Beanon.
Bayanon. I
I
would
mean,
much rather say that. Like that's easier to say.
you could still say her last name if you want, but
No, Bayanon. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here.
yeah. Thanks
Ruben
so
says.
much for being here. Appreciate that.
Ruben
Much
said that
love, much love.
he said that Morant is greater than Zion.
Woo. All right. Have a no. I need your opinion, please.
No, I mean, I don't know. Me personally,
Oh, you don't know.
no, I don't know because in a perfect world, I would prefer Zion. Like I would always prefer the bigger player. But you know, I think Morant has shown to be more durable. So I don't know, man. It's 50-50 for me.
50-50.
Yeah,
50-50. I mean, I think
I'll
Ja.
be happy with either one.
Hmm?
I'll be happy with either one.
I think Ja has already proven enough that he's obviously elite, he's special, and
Absolutely.
if he believes that he's better than Zion, then hey, look, bro.
But look, but you can't tell me that you can't look at how Zion played and looked at how impressive he's been. And the thing that you can tell is that you look at the crowd in New Orleans. That crowd is fired up for that team.
Hmm.
In a way that I'm gonna be frank, they never were, at least not to that level for Anthony Davis.
No, I agree. I agree.
They were never that jazzed up for Anthony Davis. And until the injury, Anthony Davis was balling. That dude was balling before the injury. So yeah, let me say. All right, critical drop. Shout out to you guys.
He
I
says,
agree.
go ahead.
I agree with Hoovy, and I'll still say if Jaw didn't go down, Grizzly would have eliminated Warriors.
Oh my goodness, me and Critical Drop have been arguing about this forever now.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm gonna go first, and then I want to hear what you have to say. Look, if Ja didn't get hurt, the Warriors would have won anyway. They would have won anyway.
Think
Now,
so?
I think the game would have been a whole lot closer,
Mm-hmm.
but the Warriors would have won anyway. No, nobody was stopping Steph Curry. Nobody.
Yeah, yeah. I,
Nobody.
I I would agree there. I agree there.
Oh, so you
Um,
agree with me? All
yeah,
right.
I agree with you there.
Oh, okay.
And last one is F. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
What's up, F? Always so cool to see you too, man.
Yes. Okay. All right. So let me bring this up because we talked about what's that movie called, Black Adam, last week, right? We talked about Black Adam, about the stuff that's going on, and I think last week I felt like I was on the side of The Rock as opposed to DC. Now I'm not saying I'm changing my mind,
Okay.
but I'm
Disagree.
not. I can't sit there and act like The Rock is innocent in all this. He's not innocent in all this. Because the thing that I forgot to mention is that one, the whole cameo with Harry Cavill was not supposed to happen. It was not supposed to happen. Now, it's not what the people of the movie wanted, and The Rock pretty much went behind their back to get that done. Went behind their back to get that done, right? And look, let me give you a theory that I threw out to the people in our private chat
Yes,
time
yes.
ago.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah. I would love to see screenshots. Oh yeah, here we go. Here you go.
all right.
Get ready, everybody.
Let's no, it was just the perfect picture. This is perfect picture.
Oh yes, yes, the classic Gal picture. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay. Wrong thing. Let's click on the picture. Let's look at this guy right here. And what does he have to do with The Rock? I'll tell you what he has to do with The Rock.
Hmm.
Now, I have said this for years. Steve can attest to me. I have said this for years about this movie right here, right? This movie right here, and I find up until recently, I finally came up with the name for the theory that I wanted to put to this. Now, if you guys don't know, this is Belgian actor slash action hero John Claude Van Damme. He's been in such great movies as Time Cop, what other movie? Bloodsport,
What was
American Boxer.
was Bloodsport your favorite movie with John Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, it's actually my favorite John Claude Van Damme movie. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Okay. Oh, it's yours too. Okay.
Yeah.
So he was in Time Cop,
Oh, and
Bloodsport.
real quick, because
Mhm.
what do you remember what you were saying about how that movie was actually based on a true story?
Oh yeah. Bloodsport is is based on a true story. The problem is that the guy who told the story might have been lying about it. Frank
Are you
Dukes.
kidding me?
Yeah. There could be. He might not have been completely truthful in his portrayal of the movie, but I don't give a shit about that. The movie was awesome. Fake,
Absolutely.
yeah, fake or real, it's a great movie. So I don't even care. But we got okay. But anyways, this guy right here, John Claude Van Damme, right? And he starred in a movie years and years and years ago called Street Fighter, the movie. Let me look for that. Let me look for that Street Fighter movie.
Yeah, yeah. For those of you who probably never knew about it or didn't see it, yeah, he's gonna show you a quick screenshot of that overrated piece of trash movie.
Yeah, let me look at the cover art. Let me look at the cover art. There we go. Let's load this bad boy up.
Yeah, put a nice big screen for everybody to see.
Okay. He
There you
starred
go.
in this movie, Street Fighter, the movie. Now, I remember as a kid, I was hyped for this movie,
Me
right?
too.
I was a huge Street Fighter fan, and I was a fan of Jean Claude Van Damme at the time. All right,
Hmm. Right.
and I watched the movie, and I'm not gonna sit there and pretend that I hated the movie. I didn't hate the movie. I liked the movie a lot. I did like the movie. There were definitely stuff about it. Even when I was younger, I was like, what are they doing here? But with that said, I did like the movie, and honestly, I can still watch the movie now and enjoy it for what it is.
What?
Yes,
You can?
yes.
Oh
With
wow.
that said, with that said, they fucked this movie up worldly. And to be honest with you, when it comes to the cast, the only two people they got correct was Bison, played by Raul Julia, rest in peace. And oh, she's not. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let me let me see if I can. I can't zoom in any further.
No, you
Kylie.
could just make another tab and show people who she is.
Okay,
Because I guarantee you most of the people in the chat might not know who she is.
yeah. Oh, let me click out of this. The only other person they got right in the movie is Kylie Minogue, right?
So even I don't know who that is. So
Okay, we'll get to it. There we go. Kylie Minogue, right? She's actually a singer. Um,
okay.
she's actually a singer. Let's zoom in on this. Yeah, her. She's a singer. She had like two songs. I think she had two songs. Actually two popular songs that came out.
Hmm.
Like years apart, like decades apart. But this is her. These are the only two people they got right when it comes to casting in the movie, right? Now, with that said, let's go back to Van Damme here.
Okay.
I knew for like growing up and now kind of understanding what their idea was for the movie. Hiring John Claude Van Damme. Now, mind you, John Claude Van Damme at this time is arguably the biggest movie star in the world. Arguably the biggest, like action stars. It's like he is definitely more akin to what The Rock is now. Based on what they were doing back then. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like when you have action movies, who's the one guy you think of nowadays? You think of The Rock.
Yes.
Back then you obviously you had Van Damme, you had Schwarzenegger,
Yes.
Stallone and stuff like that. But but you could argue that Van Damme was the top guy at the time, right? So
Okay.
they decided, you know what? Let's hire this guy to be in the Street Fighter movie, and we'll play. He'll play the American. He'll play Guile. Now, for those of us who do play Street Fighter, we all know who the main protagonist in the game is, and it's not Guile. You know what I'm saying? It's not Guile.
Right.
It's Ryu. Now, here's the thing: if Ryu wasn't in the movie, then I would have been okay with it. But since he is, and since he is the actual protagonist, the fact that they hired him, Jean Claude Van Damme, to play Guile, ruined the movie. Ruined the movie. Why? Because he's the top guy, he cannot be the ancillary piece of of the movie. He has to be the main character because he is by far the biggest star in the movie.
The biggest star. Correct.
So when you put a major star to play a character who is in the grand scheme of things a very ancillary character in the series and in the franchise, you're asking for trouble. Now, what does this have to do with The Rock? I'll tell you what it has to do with The Rock.
Here you go.
Now, Black Adam. Look. I'm not a superhero guy. I'm not a comic book guy. But I know a little something about something.
Yeah, yeah. You may not read the comics, but you know at least the basics where you still invested enough, like whether if it's the cartoons or the video games, like you still know like the gist or the basic of each character's, like each character's origin and stuff like that. Like you know the
Facts.
basics of
Facts.
it. Yeah.
Now, we all know that when it comes to the hierarchy in the DC universe, we know who those characters are: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman.
You
We
could
know
you could
who.
you could add the Flash in there too.
You know what's funny? I would put Flash in. I would put. You know what? You're right. I'll give you. I'll yield to you in that opinion. I would have put him in second tier
Oh,
because
okay.
I would put him second tier because only because I don't know any of I don't know any of his villains.
Well, like you mean like Reverse Flash and what's the other guy's name?
What reverse flash? Does he run backwards? What was that with reverse flash?
No. He's pretty much has the same powers
Mhm.
as Flash. His suit is pretty much yellow.
Yeah,
So I'm sure you've seen him.
yeah. I've seen him before. I've seen him, but I'm not familiar with Flash's universe like I am with mainly just Batman and Superman. I know a little bit of Wonder Woman, but because she's the woman, like you need to have a lead woman. You need to have a lead woman character in a superhero universe. So and she's that, and she's that.
Yeah,
So yeah. So you all right. So
but I could understand why you say you don't really know much of Flash's enemies. Frankly, a lot of people they really don't know
yeah.
his enemies because I keep forgetting the guy who I think his name is Captain something Cold or Freeze, Captain Freeze, something like that.
I think I saw him in one of the in not animated, but in the TV show, the CW show.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I think he's in that. But
Yeah,
okay, so all right, so
and there's guys like Weather Wizard and Black Flash, whatever. But yeah, there's guys, but in most cases, unless you like really invest into the comics, most people probably are not going to recognize who those characters are because they're not as iconic as Superman characters or Batman villain characters. So you would have to really invest in the comics to figure out who they are, or watch at least most of the anime. So, but yeah, go ahead, my bad.
okay. So you have those top tier characters, and then you have the second tier characters, right? Like technically I would put Flash in there. Green Lantern. Um, what's that? What's that alien name? What's his name?
Oh,
Martian Manhunter or whatever
yeah,
the fuck.
yeah,
I would put those guys in second tier, right? Now, here what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying about Black Adam, and you can stop me if I'm wrong here. Shazam is above him,
I agree.
and here what else, and I'm this is gonna be a little bit controversial. The Wonder Twins are above him.
I
Right?
think oh, go ahead. Go
I,
ahead.
I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
saying, like of all the heroes in the DC universe, we're not gonna sit here and pretend that Black Adam is is in any of the top tiers. He's not. He's not. Is well, all he is just a darker form of Shazam. Am I right? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, they pretty much both say, Shazam, to get their powers and whatnot. Yeah.
And wouldn't it be natural if Black Adam started in the Shazam movie, in the Shazam sequel, and then if you want to spin him off into his own movie, then that's fine, right?
Correct.
The Black Adam deserve his own goddamn movie.
No, not the way they presented it this way. No, because frankly, because he's one of those characters where mainly people, unless they read the comics, they don't know who he is.
Okay.
They have no idea who he is. So it would have made more sense if he, like you said, if he was in the Shazam movie first, and then develop a huge fan base for the casuals, and then make a solo movie of Black Adam. It's
No.
the same. It's the same effect. My bad. It's the same effect. What happened with Spider-Man and Venom? Before
Yeah.
Venom should have been in the Spider-Man movie first before he had his own movie. But we
Because
already know.
because we know when it comes to Venom, his first appearance is combating Spider-Man. Like, how can you have an origin story of Venom without Spider-Man?
Hmm.
Because if I'm not mistaken, the stuff that took over Eddie Brock was in Peter Parker first.
Yeah, the symbiote. Yes.
Yeah, but that's a different story for a different time,
Yeah.
right? What I'm saying, you cannot hire an A-list actor to play a D-list role. You can't. Black Adam is a D-list character. I'm not saying he's a bad character. I'm just going by the hierarchy.
Hmm.
Okay? I'm just going by what I've been presented throughout my time in living. I remember watching the Super Friends. I ain't seen Black Adam nowhere near it. Right?
All right.
I've seen all the comic books and all the superhero games and movies and stuff like that I've seen and played. I ain't seen Black Adam nowhere near it.
Yeah.
Justice League, the video game, the fighting game. You remember that game?
Yeah. Justice League. Right.
Yeah. I see Superman. I see Batman. I see Wonder Woman. I see Flash. They even put in goddamn Green Arrow.
Oh
It's
yeah, yeah.
Green
I think he
Arrow.
is in the game. Right. Right. Right.
Yeah. But I don't see Flash. I don't see Adam. I don't see Adam. I don't see Adam anywhere.
Hmm.
You cannot hire an A-list actor to play a D-list character. You can't. With Guile, I don't even consider Guile a D-list character. But we know he's not he's not the protagonist in Street Fighter. He's not.
You talking about Guile?
Yeah.
Yeah, he still played a huge role in the story arc though.
Yeah,
He still played,
but he's not the main guy. And and look. I'm not saying nothing that not gonna make any sense. Especially these actors, all of them have egos. They all have egos, right? Like The Rock is not. There's a reason why The Rock didn't want to be part of Shazam 2. There's a reason why The Rock politics his way into getting Black Adam his own movie. And trust me, he was angling to make Black Adam an A tier character in the DC universe with the movie.
yes.
That's 100% what he was angling for. And when it comes to Van Damme, Van Damme was never like We all know the main protagonist is Ryu, and Van Damme was never going to play second fiddle to whoever played Ryu.
Yeah, hold that thought. I want to show everyone this, real quick.
I'll pop it up.
Um, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty. Everyone pretty much know who they are. You mentioned this guy Ryu, right? You mentioned this guy Ryu. Now, in Street Fighter, for those of you who don't know, Ryu and Ken are rivals, and then they're best friends and whatnot. And pretty much wherever Ryu go, Ken goes. So my thing with this is very interesting. What you mentioned about Ryu and about Guile was that because they made Guile the main protagonist in the movie or the main star in the movie, it compromised not just Ryu but Ken also. It compromised both characters.
Yeah,
Both characters pretty much became irrelevant because they wanted John Like them to be the main star. And they're not going to put him to play as Ryu. Like, that would look ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to put him to play as Ryu or Ken. So they decided, oh, he's going to play as Guile, which pretty much compromised everybody else in the
and
movie.
they made Ken and Ryu small time criminals. That was
Oh,
the end.
I forgot. Yes.
They
Yeah.
turned Ryu and Ken into small time criminals. Now, mind you, Ryu obviously he fights for honor, heart, justice, all that other stuff. And
Yes.
Ken Masters is rich.
Yes.
What the hell they need to be a small time criminal for? But you know why? They compromised the story for John Claude Van Damme.
The whole
So
entire story was compromised.
yeah, and The Rock was going to do the same thing with the DC universe. So I call this what happened to do The Rock. What The Rock was trying to do, he was trying to. I call this the John Claude Van Damme theory.
Hmm.
Right? They tried to appease a star. They tried to make a star play a D-list character, a character who's not the main protagonist in the in the lore, the actual lore of the franchise. And when you try to mess up a franchise for the sake of an actor, then you're going to mess everything up.
Yeah,
You
and
want yeah.
yeah, and I wanted to show this, real quick. I'm not going to read the article. If you guys want to read it for yourself, later on. But pretty much what happened was that The Rock.
Oh my
First off,
bad. Ooh, my
go
bad,
ahead.
my bad. No, you're good. Go ahead.
The Rock. I don't know if you remember The Rock, aka Dwayne Johnson, tried to make it seem that earlier on that the Black Adam movie was a huge success.
Yes, yes, yes.
And from what I've been gathering, the movie is actually losing money. It's losing money. Again, just real quick, the movie has made 385 million worldwide compared to its budget of between 190 million to 230 million, not including marketing. Not including marketing. So, frankly, they haven't even breaking even yet. They have not. And to me, they completely ruined the movie. Simply put, because The Rock wanted nothing to do with Shazam first and foremost. So you already ruined the movie because, frankly, who in the world gives a damn about Black Adam if they don't read comics? If people don't read comics, if they don't watch the DC anime movies or the series, how do you expect them to have any type of motivation or entice them to watch a movie who they don't have no clue who this character is? They don't know who Black Adam is. So why in the world are casuals are going to invest in this movie? You're not.
No, they were banking on the popularity of The Rock. That's why they hired him.
And for the fact that we are not even going to have a sequel, for this movie, just just shows how like nothing can be done right when it comes to DC. Like they just can't do anything right. They can't. And frankly, for me, look, I'm not saying I'm 100% giving up on DC. Because look what it says here: Black Adam 2 is out of the new DCU, but not Dwayne Johnson. What the hell does that mean?
I don't know.
This is this is the same mess, the same drama that I am continuing to see with this company, similar to what I was gonna say the new the Nets, but the constant drama that this company is having. Like what's I don't again I don't want this will go for too long if I read this whole entire article, but just looking at the headline, how is it that you're not going to have Black Adam 2, but yet you want to keep Dwayne Johnson, who played as Black Adam?
Here's what I think is happening. Here's what I think is going on. I think that they have no problem with him being playing Black Adam, but what they don't want is for Dwayne the Rock Johnson to try to take over the franchise like he tried to do the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they want to add him to the universe, they will gladly add him to the universe. But if The Rock thinks that he's gonna be a primetime player in that universe, then they're sadly mistaken. Then he's sadly mistaken. He can be on in the universe, but he's not gonna be. We all know who the main characters are gonna be, and Black Adam is not that guy.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't that guy. So I think they'll gladly bring him back, but he has to play ball. He has
But
to
then,
play ball.
and one last thing I want to say, but if they decided to keep him, people who saw the movie already saw Henry Cavill. They saw him already. They saw him at the end of the movie. Like my question for DC WB is, how are you going to fix this? How are you going to salvage this? You got rid of half of the roster, half of the actors, who especially the most important one, which is Henry Cavill. You keeping everybody else. You said that there's not going to be a Black Adam movie, despite the fact that he already have one now. Like, what? How in the world are you going to fix this without causing more confusion? Like, okay, I guarantee you that this is what I guarantee this is what's going to happen. If we have another Superman who plays as a different actor, it is going to confuse so many people. Like, who is this guy? Regardless of who are they going to choose, who is this guy? We just saw Henry Cavill in the Black Adam movie, which that movie is in the same universe. That movie is still going to be in the same universe. It's still going to be canon to the future movies. But yet we don't have Henry Cavill play as Superman. Like, you have to throw everything out the water, out in the trash, and basically start over. That's what you have to do. So I'm looking forward to see how they are going to fix this. I'm really going to look forward to see how they're going to fix this, because there's nothing to be fixed. The glass is shattered. You can't fix shattered glass. So I don't know what's going to happen. But what are your thoughts?
You can make an argument that The Rock tried to do the same thing with Fast and Furious. Now, mind you, he was in Fast Five, and he was great in Fast Five. But that's where the problems between him and Vin Diesel started. Now, cause you remember, because here's the thing: in the first movie, him and Vin Diesel did the fight in the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I guess The Rock did this before finding out that Vin Diesel has a contract, has a stipulation in his contract to where he can only be portrayed as getting hit. He can never lose a fight. He can't lose
Really?
a fight, and yeah, that he can't lose a fight.
He can't
That
lose a fight.
yeah,
Okay.
that and I guess The Rock didn't realize that. So in Fast Five, The Rock lost that fight to Vin Diesel.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Now notice that they didn't get into any more fights after that.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Because him and Jason Statham, who was in the who was I think he was in Fast Six or whatever, whenever he was introduced. They put that in their contracts also. And also who had a spin-off movie off of the Fast and Furious?
Hmm.
Let me ask you a question. Who else in that crew had a spin-off movie?
Um, that dude. Remember on Tokyo Drift with
No, but that was first of all that was some made up BS that they did.
well, for
Right?
you think so?
Yeah, because one they couldn't get obviously they only got Vin Diesel for the last one, and I don't think they could get Paul Walker for whatever reason. So it was just a movie, but that was not a spin-off movie for Han because we were only introduced to Han in that movie. He wasn't in one or two.
Right, right.
They were like the franchise was at that point was just basic random movies that they were making. It wasn't until five when they really went to the whole franchise to the thing. Because honestly, the movie should have the franchise should have ended after four. It should have ended after four.
I would say after five was okay. Five was good. You didn't like five?
No, five is good. I mean, to me, my favorite one is four because I thought that was going to be the ending of the franchise.
Oh, okay.
Because the way it ended, it was supposed to be. They put it as the end of the franchise, but like I said, Vin Diesel. We gotta make money off the franchise. It is what it is, right? Now, but other than that, no one else had a spin-off movie. What The Rock did. I surprised the guy who was there the least out of the bunch, and in theory is not that he's not that important of a character in the franchise. He's not.
Yeah.
But he gets a spin-off movie.
He
Come
gets a
on.
spin-off movie.
I'm just saying.
He,
Look, like I said, I always love The Rock, but I'm just saying, like he trying to politic his way into he was trying to politic his way into some stuff. Let's just be real. Let's be real. He was trying to politic his way into some stuff.
well, I
Like
mean, I mean, maybe you could say that he was successful because he had his own movie
yeah,
with with Jason, and yeah, he pretty much had his own movie.
yeah. And and he tried to use the same power play with Black Adam. So Critical Drop said that it's sad because Black Adam and the Suicide Squad with John Cena movie were both great. And don't forget Shazam 2, Flash, even with allegations incoming, and Aquaman 2 coming. Yeah, so you have anything else to talk about before we get to our
Um, well, he said that Black Adam and Suicide Squad was fantastic. As far as Black Adam, it pretty much had mixed reviews. A
Mhm.
lot of people said it was.
How do you like it?
I thought the movie was okay. I mean, I don't think it was bad like everybody said it was because I was highly entertained with all the action that was going on. The problem is the movie started to annoy me because it kept on putting people that I don't care about on screen. Like they kept that they were, and you could tell that they were trying to build the relationship with Black Adam and that kid,
Yeah.
and the kid's mom. And there was really no need for that. There was just no need for that, and I guess they were trying to have us be more. Well, I liked it. Hawkman. He was cool. He was awesome. But as far as pretty much everyone else, I didn't really much care for. But overall, I thought the movie was fine. I wouldn't call it great, but I thought the movie was decent because of the nonstop action that they was having in the movie. So I was highly entertained with all the action that was going on. And he said, don't forget, Shazam 2 and the Flash. Yeah, I mean, they all have pretty much the same actors, but once again, it makes no sense to get rid of Henry Cavill, but yet you keep everybody else. It doesn't make any sense to go with the new Superman. Like how does that make any sense?
Hmm.
It doesn't. Can you imagine if suddenly they decided to replace um Spider-Man and the MCU with somebody else? Like people will be like, "Yo, what the hell is going on here?" Like I feel like especially somebody who people became a huge fan of Henry. People like Henry. And once again, last time I'm going to say this, if you want to have a clean slate, fine. But to get rid of one or two guys, but yet you keep everybody else. It just doesn't make any sense. Like you're not following the proper formula to make the whole entire DC um, universe a success. Like you can't do it. Like how all it's going to do is bring more confusion to the audience because you replace Superman with somebody else, but yet you keep everybody else. Like I don't understand how that goes together.
All right. Well, on that note, we have really one major topic to talk about, and you have that right here, right?
Yeah.
While you pop that up, Ruben said that I love Suicide. I liked Adam, and he said that Doctor Fate was cool.
Doctor Fate was cool. My only issue with Doctor Fate is when they tried to have us I guess get all emotional with the sacrifice that he that oh crap, I guess I just spoiled it for everybody.
I don't care. The movie's been out for a while,
Yeah, so
and I already know what happened in the movie anyway. So I'm good.
okay, so they did a very poor job of having us care about Doctor Fate and everybody else in that movie. They did an awful job. Like I wasn't he was a cool character, but I wasn't really emotionally distraught or melancholy that he had to sacrifice himself and all the other stuff. Like save that for a sequel. Save that, for a different movie. Because if you're just gonna have him, you know, kill sacrifice himself in the first movie, not no one's gonna care. Because we're not emotionally invested with the character yet. So clearly they had no idea what they were doing as far as relevancy is concerned. But that's just my opinion.
Mhm. Right.
So
What they should have sacrificed was that X-Men bootleg jet that they had.
wait, what?
That
What
X-Men bootleg jet.
the X-Men bootleg jet?
Mm-hmm.
Um, not really sure what you mean by that, but yeah.
You don't think that that scene of them flying, that scene of them getting their jet from a castle of like a giant castle in their backyard? That didn't look familiar to you?
Oh, I guess I can see where you're coming from with that. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. And Ruben is answering the question. Yeah,
He said I hated the jet.
yeah,
And
okay.
so
Yeah, the Blackbird. Yeah, yeah. So I guess what you said makes a lot of sense. But okay, let's do this real quick because Hoovy wants to get ready for work. Let me share this, and then that will be the end of the podcast. Unfortunately, y'all. I'm having a really good time with the podcast, by the way. But so this is pretty much going to change everything when it comes to the sports world, in my opinion. Like I think this is big news. I had to give Hobie this the link. I had to talk about this. So the NFL Sunday ticket goes to YouTube. Out of all companies, it goes to YouTube, and 2 billion annual deal. That is billion. Gee whiz, man. That's Chris. That man. The NFL is just making like freak rain of money is just coming down upon that company. Oh my gosh. But anyway, the National Football League Thursday announced Thursday its Sunday ticket subscription package will go to Google's YouTube TV starting next season, marking the league's second media right deal with a streaming service. YouTube TV will pay roughly 2 billion a year for the rights of the Sunday ticket package, according to people familiar with the matter. At the start of 2023-24 season, Sunday ticket will be available two ways: as an add-on package on YouTube TV and a standalone La Crati
a
La
la carte.
Carte a la carte okay a
Yeah.
la carte option on YouTube primetime channels, which allows you to subscribe to individual streaming services and channels as well as watch movies. Pricing has yet to be announced. For a number of years, we have been focused on increased digital distribution in our games And this partnership is yet another example of us looking towards the future and building the next generation of NFL fans, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said on Thursday announcement. Now, DirecTV has had the rights to Sunday Ticket since its inception in 1994, paying 1.5 billion annually for them since the last renewal in 2014. It didn't place a bid to keep its contract going. Still, the satellite TV provider has been open to still offering games for commercial establishments such as bars, restaurants, similar to its agreement with Amazon for Thursday Night Football. According to the people familiar with the matter, the deal with YouTube does not include commercial rights, which could boost the value of the package, and the NFL is still sorting that out, according to one of the people. I think that's the end of the. Oh no, there's a little bit more. Do you have anything to say so far?
Um, no, no, keep reading. You keep
All
reading.
right. A US only product, Sunday Ticket is the only way fans could watch live NFL Sunday afternoon games without
Outside.
outside of their local markets on broadcast stations CBS and Fox. It's the last NFL package to land a meters right renewal. Last year, Paramount, CBS, Fox, and Comcast, NBC agreed to pay more than 2 billion annually for 11-year packages, while Disney is paying about 2.7 billion per year for Monday Night Football, and CNBC previously reported. Like, look at all these billions of dollars that the NFL is making.
Yeah.
Like, are you freaking kidding me, man? Like billion after billion after billion after billion. Like the owners, oh my goodness, bro. Like I don't want to hate on these owners and Roger Goodell and whatnot, but my goodness, I don't ever remember a company just flat out just getting billions upon billions of dollars from different other companies. That is insane, dude.
It shows you the value of the NFL. It shows you the value of that property.
Yeah,
The biggest sport in the United States, and people are going to pay for it.
yeah,
You can pay a lot of money for it.
absolutely, absolutely. Amazon secured the rights to Thursday Night Football, making it the first streaming only platform to air NFL games, paying about 1 billion per year. Just for 1 year, just to have one game on their service. One,
Mm-hmm.
just one game. We're not talking about two games. We're not talking about three games. Once a week, they will only have one game, and they're paying $1 billion for it. Unbelievable. Oh goodness. The league has been in negotiations for some time to find a new owner for Sunday Ticket. Apple, Amazon, and Disney, ESPN were among interested bidders for the package at one point or another. CNBC previously reported. Let's see. YouTube TV is an internet bundle of broadcast and cable network that mirrors a traditional linear pay TV operator. Its base plan costs $64.99 a month. In July, Google announced YouTube TV surpassed 5 million customers, including trial subscriptions. 5 million customers already? Hold on. Wait. I think I'm reading this wrong. Its base plan costs 64.99 a month. In July, Google announced YouTube TV surpassed 5 million customers, including trial subscriptions.
Remember, YouTube TV is different from YouTube. It's different. They're not the same thing.
Yeah. YouTube TV is what allows you to watch like movies and series, right?
On your on your smart TV, yeah.
Okay, so you can't watch it on your phone.
No, it's a different app. If you download on the app, yeah, you can watch it. It's a
Okay,
different
no.
app.
Okay. All right. Um, YouTube. Well, by the way, do you have it?
No,
Are you planning on getting it?
no.
Oh, okay. YouTube Prime time channels, which will be clear in a Lacardi.
Oh,
option
a la carte.
a la carte option for Sunday Ticket is a distribution platform similar to subscribing to networks and streaming services through Amazon Prime channels. All right. Okay. I'm not. Okay. I'm actually pretty much done reading. This is the
Yeah.
last thing I'm gonna read. To compare, Apple recently signed a 10-year deal for the rights to air Major League Soccer games. The tech giant recently announced the MLS Season Pass will launch in February, would be available to fans on Apple TV app for $14.99 a month per season for subscribers of its streaming services. Apple TV, which already pay $4.99 a month, can sign up for $12.99 a month. That's not none of that is important. All right, so yeah, I'm done. If you want me to continue reading, I can,
No,
but I'm
no,
pretty
no,
much
no,
done.
you're good. You're good. You're good.
All right, I want you to go first because I need to catch my breath for all that reading.
Okay. Well, first, shout out to you, Nolan. Thank you for the compliment. Um, I have to see what the pricing structure is first before I can really make a. I was gonna pay for it anyway, but I would like to see what their pricing structure is gonna be because I think I heard a rumor
Hmm.
that I don't. It was either Apple wanted to get the rights but offer it for free for like a year for their customers, and the NFL said no. So
Ah,
look,
man.
at the end of the day, we know. If I don't know if the story is true or not, but we know that the NFL cares. The thing they care about most is money.
Absolutely.
That's what they care about the
They
most.
know how valuable their product is. They would never go for that.
Yeah,
Never.
yeah. So with that said, it is a big change because the Sunday ticket was always something that was a big incentive to have DirecTV. I
Absolutely.
remember I remember a long time ago when we had DirecTV, they offered it to us for free. So we had the Sunday ticket for a year.
Hmm.
Then after that year was up, my dad got a bill for the upcoming season, right?
Okay.
What they I guess he forgot he didn't realize that they were gonna charge him next year.
Uh-oh.
And
Okay.
oh my god, did that bill go up.
What?
He was like, F this. He canceled it. And then I think we went back to cable sometime later.
Hmm.
But as someone who's used it's a great service to have.
And I concur 100% with you because we used to have DirecTV too.
Mm.
And the luxury to watch any football game you so choose was fantastic, bro. I loved it because have you ever had the NBA League Pass?
No, no, I
Oh,
never had
okay. I think we had it. I think like twice,
that.
and it was fantastic. But this was a long time ago. This was so long ago. This was like back when where Reggie Miller was still playing, and
Yeah.
yeah. So the fact that we were able to watch any NBA game we wanted at any time, bro, it was such a good feeling because we were not just stick to. It wasn't just the Heat game or the TNT games that we could just watch any game that we want,
Mhm.
and the fact that we were able to do that with DirecTV with all the football games, that was a great feeling. Now here's the thing that what kind of irritated me when we went back to cable.
Mhm.
When we went back to cable, because the reason why we made the switch in the first place was because my mom and my dad was just sick and tired of when it would rain.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, we weren't able to watch TV every time it was a huge thunderstorm or whatnot.
You know,
But
so that wasn't that big of an issue for me. Cause yeah, like if it was the storm was bad, then yeah, it would be out. But even if it rained hard, our thing would still be on. The thing that irritated me is when there's not a cloud in the sky, and we would lose signal once in a while.
okay, yeah, that would annoy me too.
But
Because at least with the rain, it's expected. But
yeah,
okay,
go ahead, continue.
so when we finally we got cable, Comcast, and with the lack of knowledge that I had, I didn't realize that we no longer had Sunday ticket, whatever it's called. we had to watch this garbage NFL Red Zone. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah, I know what that is. But it's like this is the same thing, but instead of like the whole game, they just show you when they reach the red zone.
Yes, only when they reach the red zone is when they would allow you to watch. Which I would completely be okay with it
Mm-hmm.
if you were able to switch channels and do that for multiple teams. But
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't do that. It was only that one channel, and you didn't have the option to switch teams or to switch channels.
Yeah,
They only had that power.
yeah. Like any team that went to the red zone, they would switch it to that game and then show you what happened.
Yes, pretty much. So to me, it felt like nothing but a highlight reel, in my opinion. Like just in my experience, it
Mhm.
just felt like I was just watching a highlight because there were times where they would show it, but it had already passed
Yeah,
because they would because sometimes you have situations both teams will be in the
yeah,
red zone.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I felt like I got ripped off because I had to pay. I forgot how much I had to pay, but it was expensive.
yeah.
It was expensive. I said, this is not what I wanted. I wanted to watch any game that I chose. I didn't want to watch where you were only capable of watching it when they were in the red zone. Like, I didn't want to see that. And then you had this guy. I mean, he did a good job, I guess. I forgot his name, but it was a guy who was hosting, the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
But I said to myself, this is not good. This is not good. What DirecTV had was good, and now here's the thing: what I found out. I was talking to my former boss, Roy, the one that you was arguing with not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
He told me as soon as that announcement had happened, he said all the Fanigans are going to switch over to YouTube TV
Yeah, yeah. They have to.
and cancel DirecTV.
They have to.
Now, mind you, we have over 25 Flanagans in South Florida. 25. Over 25 restaurants. Can you imagine the money loss DirecTV is going to receive based on one restaurant? Now, again, we're not counting, other restaurants like Duffy's and Twin Peaks and, Ale House. I don't know what their plan is, but I'm pretty sure they all are going to follow suit. Everybody cares about football. Everybody cares about football. I am so. I'm not saying I'm looking forward for their demise, but I am so looking forward to see the money that they are going to lose next year. They are going to lose so much. What were you going to say?
I mean, they lost. They're going to lose a lot. They're going to lose a lot because the thing with DirecTV and Dish TV in general, like I don't know how popular it is. I don't know how. Like, remember, everyone is cutting the cord now. Everyone's going streaming and all the other stuff.
Yeah,
And like when you look at the amount of cable subscribers that are lost, DirecTV, people are going to keep are going to lose are going to that was the Sunday ticket was their biggest meal ticket,
that was the bread
and
and
now
butter. Yes.
yeah, now that's gone. And like I think there'll always be a place for for a satellite, but it's gonna be interesting to see how this goes. Like as far as what the NFL and stuff like that with the streaming services,
Hmm.
I have to see how much I have to see how much it costs to see how it works. Like, do you if you're gonna pay for individual teams, or if you like, what options do they have? I'm interested to see what options do they have.
You mean like they're gonna have like a tier package? Is that
Oh
what you're
yeah,
saying?
they definitely will have a tier package. I'm just trying to figure out how it's going to work. How is all going to work? Like, can you do it? Because to me, like some people just want to follow their team. Like Sunday ticket, when you get Sunday ticket, you get everything.
Everything.
You get everything. I think with the NFL, I think with the NFL package, I think it's the same way, but not NFL. With the NBA stuff, if you can choose like individual teams, I think you can do that. but I'm not 100% sure about that. But I just wonder how it's gonna work.
I'm afraid. Now that what you just said, I'm actually afraid what's going to happen. I don't want a freaking tier package. Like I'm worried that it's going to be like, just as an example. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but I'm worried that they might have a package like, oh, you have all the NFC games for such and such price, or you have all the AFC games for such and such
No,
price. But
that's not gonna work because they play each other. Like they play each other. So
oh, you're right. I forgot. Okay, yeah, you're right.
yeah, they're not gonna do something like that.
Okay.
I,
So
I
what you
Mm.
go
I'm
ahead?
just wondering if they're going to do like individual. Like, let's say if you only want to watch the Jet games, then you can choose that package, right? Or if you only want to watch, you know, let's say if I lived in Dallas, but I want to watch the Dolphin play, I can only just pay for watch the Dolphin games if they'll give me that option.
You think they'll do that?
It'll be interesting to see if they can. It'll
That's
be
interesting.
interesting because yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they can. It'll be yeah, it'll be interesting. And also I want to see how much the price is gonna be. How much is it gonna cost? That's gonna be interesting to see also because like I said, Sunday ticket that shit was expensive.
Yeah.
If you love football and if you I mean it's worth it.
Yeah, like for me, you know how I would definitely would would love the option to have to watch all the Jets games and all the the Green Bay Packers games.
Uh-huh.
And but I fear that I don't know if they are going to allow that. I think you're gonna have to either have the whole entire package. I don't know if I don't know if they could do that.
No, we'll see, man. But
Yeah, because if YouTube is going to pay for the whole entire thing, I'm pretty sure they want to be compensated, or I should say, when they if they want to get their money back,
mhm.
they're not going to have these little tiny deals where, oh, you're only going to pay $5 extra just to watch one team. I don't think they're going to allow that.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying, but I think it would be cool for that to be the case. In
Oh
my
yeah, for sure. Absolutely. But yeah, this is going to change everything, dude. Because like you said, now what in the world is DirecTV going to do? That's- I don't know what they're going to do now because they are going to lose. So we are talking about people who dedicate their life, millions of people dedicate their life just to have football, just to have football. And bro, I don't, bro. DirecTV must be pissed. But hey, listen, you should have you should have offered more money. Somebody else decided to offer more money, and now you are going to miss out, and they're going to make the money that you should have been making. So I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen. But are you going to officially get the service?
no,
Okay.
no,
I
because mainly because I don't care about the Dolphins. That's it.
okay.
I only care
Yeah,
about the Dolphins.
I think I'll probably at least try it out. I'm probably just going to try it out to see if I like it, and if I like it, then I'm just not gonna invest my money in it anymore. But we'll see what happens.
If you like it and you continue to watch it, let me know.
All right.
Yeah. And when I mean let me know, I mean let me use your password. So yeah.
Sure.
All right. So before let me oh, Ruben said you have YouTube TV. How is it? Let us know. How
Oh
is YouTube?
yeah. Let us know, Ruben. I would love to know, like, how do you like it? Like, how does it function? If you could put that all in the thing.
He said that he has Prime, Amazon Prime. I'm assuming.
Yeah. I have Prime too. Don't you have it?
No,
You don't have Amazon Prime?
no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's how I was able to watch the Jets game.
Yeah,
on Thursday.
I was trying to watch it through illegal means, but I just couldn't get a chance to.
Oh, trust me, there people do that all the time. Like I remember when I would go to Soul's house. I don't know what website he goes to, but he goes to these weird sites where you are able to people are streaming it in their laptop or computer, and they
Mhm.
pretty much broadcast it worldwide, and people are able to watch. And sometimes they get caught, and then we'll have to look somewhere else. But for and most a lot of people are doing it. A lot of people are doing it.
Okay. He said that it's better than Hulu Live. I have Hulu. Um, yeah, I have Hulu. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's much longer, but I have Hulu. So
Do you have Disney Plus?
yeah,
Okay.
Disney Plus, ESPN Plus. I have so many subscription services. Not even funny.
Oh,
I
okay.
oh shout out to our boy the guy we were just talking about.
We were just talking about you, Shanks.
I never pay for cable.
Dude, I went to Shankster's house, and I said, yo, can you turn on the football game for me real quick? And his response was, "Oh, I don't have cable. I don't have that crap." And I so, dude, the letdown that I had when he told me that news, I could not believe that he didn't have cable. Like, so I asked him, "Yo, okay, at least you have basic TV, right? Like, you just have your local channels?" No, I don't have it either. I'm like, oh my gosh, so. Yeah, but but yeah, it was still fun, even though I was watching him playing, PC all day. But it was cool.
Mhm. Okay. You also said that I do need to figure out something for sports. Yeah, I mean, yeah, depending on the sport, like yeah, it depends on who you like watching because like you can never go wrong with ESPN Plus. Um, what else? ESPN Plus, Bally Sports. If you like the local teams, you watch Bally Sports. I mean that's and there's other ones too. So it just this stuff that you have to pay for unless you can get something for unless you can find a cheaper price. If you got to put on your pirate you got to put on your pirate's hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. So before we go, shout out to Critical Drop. He just put this information out there, right? And I just want to cover this real quick
Hmm.
before I go to work.
Okay.
All right, so Street Fighter Six Collector's Edition content breakdown. So yeah, man. So the Game Awards is not the only great place to find new game announcements, but also updates on highly anticipated upcoming titles.
What are
Titles
you
like
reading?
Street Fighter Six. Let me plot that up.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on, because McKinley said also no, Street Fighter 6 will have a 4 edition standard, 60 of 85 deluxe, ultimate 115, and collectors 200 plus.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you my opinion on that, real quick, but I want you to finish reading whatever you're reading.
I'm not gonna read too much of this. Thankfully, fans won't have to wait too long with Street Fighter Six getting a June 22, 2023 release date. Um, Along with some new roster additions, Street Fighter 6 announces many different editions, including a pretty hefty collector's edition. Let me see. 4 different editions. Well, okay, so 4 different editions. June 2nd, 2023, with a whopping total of 4 different editions, as you can be expected of a modern AAA game. Street Fighter 6 will have both a standard edition and a deluxe edition, which grant players a 1 year character pass, some special outfits, and 420 drive tickets, which I'm assuming
That that
that's the.
that's that's for the 1 year character pass. That's what you get.
Mm-hmm,
Hmm.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Street Fighter 6 is also offering players an Ultimate Edition, where it gives players 2 additional stages, exclusive outfits for DLC characters, and even more drive tickets. But for those wanting a really splash to cash, Street Fighter 6 Collector's Edition is for them. Let's see what this comes with. Street Fighter 6 Collector's Edition is not for the faint of heart or the franchise more casual fans. $250. That this is what this edition is going to be. Collector's Edition is
What?
strictly for those super fans who want to collect every digital and physical goodie that they can get their hands on. For reference, Street Fighter 6 Standard Edition is $60. The Deluxe Edition is 85, and its Ultimate Edition is 105. And let me see. Well, let me read what everything has for Collector's Edition. Comes with all the digital pack-ins included in the deluxe and ultimate editions. This means that players have access to 1 year character pass, including the exclusive outfits for each DLC character, the 2 additional stages, additional colors, and a total of 760 drive
7,000. 7,000. 7,600.
7,600 7,600 drive tickets. It's currently unclear how these drive tickets will work, but they'll presumably be used to unlock more in-game cosmetics for each character for each fighter. Technically counted as a feature, the first of the collector's edition exclusive items is the big box. It all comes in. Colored in red, the box is covered in a splash design that rips straight from the game. The front of the box is a giant Mad Gear logo, which is one of the game's primary street gangs. Players will probably run into Mad Gear Gang a lot during their adventures through Street Fighter 6 Metro City. Yeah, I want to see like a picture of what this thing looks like. I think I saw it up top. Okay, I think this is the collector's edition. All right, so let me see if I can zoom. Can I zoom in on this? Okay, pull
That
this shit
quote
right
that's
here.
stupid. Yes.
All right, so you get 4 additional characters, which is the year pass, 4 additional character costumes and colors, 2 additional stages. You get all the dry tickets, and then in the pre-order bonus is outfit 1 through 10 for Chun Li, Jamie, Manon, DJ, Jury, and Ken. So it comes with all this for 250. What's your thoughts about this, and which one are you getting?
Uh, I still think even with all of that, 250 is still too much money.
Way too
I think
much.
250. I think 250 is way too much money. Like you to spend 250, like you need to give. I expect to see more action figures or like you have to give us like a big bonus to spend that kind of money.
Me personally, I'm not an action figure guy, so like those type of collections do nothing for me. Um, I do wonder if I should get the deluxe edition for 85. That don't seem too bad. I normally just buy the game. That's it.
What's the deluxe edition again?
The deluxe edition comes. I know it comes with the DLC with the DLC season 1 character pass.
Okay.
I know for a fact it comes with that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
because with the collection, like, I expect I expect like some artwork or posters.
I think it comes with some of that. Let me see. I think it comes with some of that. You can see some of the 5. This I know. Okay, it had the Mad Gear box.
I can't see.
Pop up. Oh yeah. Oh my bad. Let me share. Okay. Let me. Like I said, let me buff this up. All right. So it comes with the Mad Gear box right here. It comes with the pop up parade, the figures for Luke and Kimberly.
Not
It
enough.
comes with art book right here. Come with the art book. It comes with a sticker set if you like stickers. Comes with figure diorama boards. That's number 5. That's tickles your fancy. It comes with the game, which is I mean, that's a step up. You know what I mean? Some collections don't even come with the game. Let's be real
Mm,
here.
hmm.
And also digital content, which is all the stuff right here. You
Like
know what I mean?
if they came up with, like I said, more stuff like a post, like a couple of posters with it, with, let's say, all the characters in one poster, or have um a collection of posters, or because they I had put on Twitter
Mhm.
a couple months ago, about a month ago, that they're announcing a Street Fighter 6 comic.
Mhm.
Like, include something like that in there, like make, give like a small preview or a tease at the very least, or just give one or two issues of the comics, so that people can invest in the comic book series, and go more in depth, because you we all know, when it comes to the books or comic books, they go more in depth into the story.
Mhm.
Where-
I wouldn't be opposed to something like that. And not something I would do, but I wouldn't be opposed to that.
yeah, the story is very, very deep. Very, very deep. Like, I don't know if you remember the post that had showed that Vega was actually trying to kill Ken's wife. Like, I don't know if you saw that one,
No,
but
no.
my goodness, man, that was just like phenomenal, phenomenal. Like, it explains why they hate each other so much. But anyway, if they had given us a couple of issues on comics, so that would entice people. Perhaps it would entice people like you to probably invest if you like the story, um, posters, stuff like that. But I think this, I don't care about stickers and the action figures. That's not enough. Two is not enough. I need more than that. If you're going to have me spend $250, so I'm definitely not going to spend that much money on a collection like that. Sorry, I'll
Okay.
pass.
All right. Ruben asked about Yoshi. Is he okay? Is Yoshi okay? 'Cause I think didn't he get into an accident some time ago?
Yeah, he's fine. He got into an accident, but he's okay, and he's working on getting the car fixed, which is good.
Okay.
But yeah, he's fine. I should probably like head over to his house maybe sometime this weekend or something.
All right. So Ruben said Capcom sells tickets to Internal Damnation for 250.
Yeah,
Un-
yeah, pretty much. I mean, okay, Ruben, be real here. Are you going to spend that much money on that collection? Do you think that collection is worth it? And the same question goes to you, McKinley. McKen's critical drop. Do you think that collection is worth it? I'm actually curious to see which tier you guys are going to get, because I'm not paying for 250 for that. I'm sorry, I'm not.
All right. So conspiracy agent said, "Yuck, no thanks. Those are fixed figures. No articulation."
Arculation,
Okay. Good.
arculation. Yeah.
All right. So they need to be articulated for me to buy them. Upon stock 250. Rosemai says hi. How you doing? And conspiracy agent said that 250 is a ripoff.
Absolutely, absolutely, it is. That's just Capcom being Capcom, as always.
I have a figure that my collection that costs more than that whole game bundle, and the figure is discontinued. And Critical Drop said that he'll probably do 85 or 115, but not 250.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
I'm probably gonna do the 85.
oh, you wouldn't do the 115?
Nah, nah, nah. I don't want to pay $100 for a video game. I don't want to do that.
Hmm.
Even though with taxes, this might very well be 100 with taxes if I do the 85. But yeah, so yeah,
You,
well, I
you
mean,
could, you could you could always count Uncle Sam to get his slice.
I
Go
know,
ahead.
right? But yeah, but on that note, let's end it here because I have to get ready for work.
Yeah,
So now it's 10 o'clock. So all right, so let me do the roll call. This was a good podcast, a little bit shorter than normal, but
that's
it is
actually a good thing.
yeah. Ruben with one last gem. Like I'm waiting for the Super Arcade Championship Edition Platinum version. I think we are gonna get that. I think we're gonna get that, but I
Yeah,
no lie though. Like like I'm not as upset about it because, like I said, I think the game is gonna be fantastic. So
yeah. Get ready for Super Street Fighter Six. Having now, man.
yeah,
Super
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Super Duper Street Fighter Six. Yeah, get ready for all that stuff.
Yeah,
Get ready.
I'll be there though. I'll be there. But anyway, Ruben, thank you for watching. Critical Drop, Conspiracy Agent. Thank you guys for watching. Rosemai, thank you for watching.
Yes, yes.
I know F Shankster, thank you for watching, bro. Nolan, thank you for watching. Malta, I know you're in there, so thank you for watching. Um, then
you
what's
missing
your name?
you're missing Bayanon.
Bayanon, yeah, Bayanon. Okay, I Bayer. It said Bayonetta, Bayanon. Okay, Bayan
Bayonetta. Something told me that you was gonna say that. I knew you.
Bayanon. It makes sense. All right, so
Oh
yeah.
man.
So thank you guys for watching. Like I said, we'll hopefully we'll be back on Monday. Monday, what day is that? Monday, that's the
That's
gonna
New
be
Year's.
yeah. No, that's the second.
Yeah, isn't that New Year's Day?
No, New Year's Day is on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
New Year's Eve is on Saturday. New Year's Day is on Sunday. Hopefully, we'll do the podcast Monday, and then Tuesday is my birthday. So
Oh, oh yeah. All right. So yeah. So he did the roll call. That's awesome. Once again, I appreciate you. Oh Conspiracy said, remember that rip off 1,000 USD Resident Evil 6 bundle with Leon jacket made of crappy material. Do you remember that?
no, I don't remember, but that's a lot of fucking money.
Oh man, I have to look. I have to do some homework on that. I cannot believe they actually had the nerve to for us to spend $1,000. Let you get the hell out of here, Capcom. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I really appreciate you all. Happy and inevitable New Year's. Yes, happy New Year's to every single one of you. I appreciate you all supporting us. This is like an amazing podcast. I had fun. We just really pretty much just two topics, right? I had fun. But as I always said, everybody, it's always best to hold on to tradition. That's the way society will work. That's how everything will get fixed. So this is the Traditionalist 101 signing out, and have a good one.
Ruby 186. Capricorns are the best. Let's go. Anyway, Ruby 186. We out.
Capricorns are garbage.
Huh? Aren't you a Capricorn?
Oh, I'm a Cancer.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were born in the summertime.
Yeah.
Trash. Anyway, have a good night, you guys.
I don't believe